Hello everyone. Today in this video I will be talking about 7 red flags which you should look out for if you are in the process of taking interviews, hiring, whether you are a recruiter or an employer. These red flags would really help you assess the candidates right. So let's get started. Number 1. Don't be too impressed if the CV matches too closely with your job description. In my experience of working as a recruiter, as an HR consultant, I have come across candidates who follow this small practice of copying the entire job descriptions from the advertisements directly onto their CVs or resume, whatever you like to call it. So if you see too much resemblance in that, instead of getting impressed, that should be a red flag for you. Always verify his credentials, his experience during the process of interview to understand more about the candidate's experience and expertise. Okay. Second, number 2, watch his attitude very closely. If he has arrived late for an interview, if he is dressed casually, not followed the proper dress code, that should be another red flag for you. So red flag number 2, watch his attitude very closely. You cannot be coming late for an interview. That clearly demonstrates a very casual attitude towards the work. Number 3 is ask him to state his or her achievements in a clearly elaborate way. Sometimes what happens is when people work in a team, they tend to really hype their achievements when they are describing an incident. So always ask him or her to clearly demonstrate how much was his or her contribution with respect to that particular project. If you see there is not much which he has done as an individual, that should be another red flag for you. So always look out for individual contributions in a team project or a group project. Okay. Number 4 is always check his or her aspirations. Sometimes when we fail to gauge aspirations at the interview level, it gives really nightmare situation when the person gets on board and then his aspirations are either far too high or far too low with respect to the organization's requirement. So if his or her aspirations are too high or too low considering what the role demands, that should be another red flag what you should look out for. Another red flag which you should look out for is how well is he presenting his current or past employer. So when you ask him for his reasons to leave his last job, and if he really starts bad mouthing, that should be a red flag for you. An ideal candidate should never speak negative about his current employer or past employer. Another red flag which you should look out for is how well researched is he about the company and the role. So when you are asking him questions about the company and if he fails to answer questions, if he fails to answer about what the company's nature of business is, that should be another red flag. That again shows that he is not very well prepared and has low interest in the position that he has come for. Of course, there can be exceptions if the interview has been conducted on a very, very short notice, but not other than that. And last but not the least, always give an opportunity for the candidate to ask questions. And if the candidate fails to ask some good questions or really does not ask any question, that should also give you a red flag which shows his low interest in the position. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you want to know more about how to interview a candidate and assess him appropriately, stay tuned with me. My next video next Sunday would be on this topic. Please like, share and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave them in comments box. Thank you. Bye-bye.